What's up everybody, I go by the name of Keith Keys and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, what we're going to actually talk about today is something that can really help artists out, but even more producers and engineers, and it will help all of us to be able to work together in a better working environment to make better music. Hey y'all, before we get started, could you first please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell to get more videos like this, and share this video with someone if you find this video valuable. So I made a video like this not too long ago, and that video was called Who's Right, the Artist or the Engineer? And the moral of the story was that, you know, if it's the artist's music, the artist is right. You know, of course there's different variables and different things you can talk about situations, but all in all, if it's the artist's music and they have to live with that baby, market that baby, do everything else with it, then it's, you know, they're most likely going to always have the final say. Now there's definitely a lot of instances where that's not the case, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. So let me start off with a story. So I was contacted by artists who wanted me to mix their project, which isn't odd because that's what I do. And the artist is telling me about the project and telling me how they had this project mixed about 5 years ago. Loved the mix, absolutely loved the way it was done. But there were certain things that were changed. Some verses were changed. A feature that was once on it isn't on it anymore. Certain things like that. But the request actually was, can you just mix what I send you, and can you actually insert it to an already mixed and mastered song? And I'm just like, okay, this is a very odd request, but I said yes. But the back of my head said no, run. Let's wait till the end of the story and I'll let y'all know which one I should have did. So I took on this tedious odd project that I'm not used to doing, and I'm doing different variations and different, you know, versions for it and whatnot, and I'm going back and forth with the artist, and, you know, I'm letting them know, like, hey, this is what I've done, what do you think? And like, yeah, this is good, but, you know, this, maybe turn this up, maybe turn that down, you know. And then I noticed how many times we're going through it, and then that turned into, hey, I got whole brand new verses for the whole entire song. And then that turned into, hey, back on revision number 5, I like the way you did this, and I kind of don't like the way I did this now. Well, I only did that because you asked, but never mind. But needless to say, it was revisions and revisions and revisions and revisions, revisions and revisions and revisions and later. Honestly, I'm not even going to tell y'all the number of revisions this was. And then when I actually got finished the project and I delivered it to the artist, the response was, hey, this sounds awesome, sounds amazing. Thank you for all the time you put into it, all the work you put into it. It sounds absolutely amazing. But do you think I should take it to somebody else to get it mixed? Y'all, for a whole second, I thought my heart stopped. I was about to risk it all. I didn't know what to say. So let me give a little more context to this story, because I offered a lot of grace even with this conversation. It was because this artist was from a different country. You know, maybe they do things different. So that posed a lot of different things that were different for me to begin with, like communication and the way we communicate, take mixed revision notes when I'm available to talk, when I'm not available to talk, etc., etc., etc. So in this moment, even though I'm all mad as all get out, I'm trying to have an intelligent conversation about it. And it got to the point to where I literally said, hey, I mean this was all with all due respect, but you have no clue what you want. Y'all, and that's where we're gonna hang our hat on right now. As creatives, we know that, being creative sometimes is a process, of making music sometimes just doesn't come instantly, and we need inspiration, and it takes time to develop certain key components that will help make the song better. So I totally understand that you don't know what the end product per se is going to look like at the very beginning, but I do admonish, I do implore, I do hope that as an artist have some idea of what you actually want. When you're working with anybody trying to do any service for you, and this goes beyond music, and they're trying to manifest things that you just have an idea, and they're trying to manifest that into something tangible or something that you can listen to, or just something that was not there before. Communication and articulation of actually what you think and what you want is so important. So sometimes it's not about exactly knowing exactly what you want at the very beginning, but it's about doing your very best to over communicate exactly what you want to hear, how you want to hear it, how you want things presented to you, so that you're happy with the end product. And especially in music, us as engineers, we can do anything to anything and make anything sound like everything or nothing at all. With the ability to do so many things as that, it's very important that it's very important that we know exactly what we need to do to accomplish the end goal at hand. The problem is the person who needs to know what the end goal is the person's who idea it is, which in this scenario, in most cases, it's the artist. Now, if you're working with a producer and like, hey, I'm just feeling this vibe, let's create together and stuff like that, that's cool. If you don't like something, or if you're in the creative process with whoever you're working with, even an engineer, it could be a photographer, it could be a videographer, it could be the person making your merch, the person designing your business card. It doesn't matter, but if you are actually working with that person, you're able to guide them in a system and some decisions that will help you get to your end goal, and that is very important. I had a conversation, I was talking to William Bowser, who is the CEO of Quality Touch Studios, and I remember I asked him a question. I said, how do people know what is good enough, or how do people know what to do, things that they never were taught? And the answer to that is to use references, or to use things that are similar to what you actually want. So if there's a song out that's specific or very close and similar to what you want, use it as an example and say, hey, this is what I'm going for, almost to the T. This is exactly what I am looking at. This is exactly what I want my music or my idea to manifest into. And that goes a long way when it comes to working with anybody trying to manifest your dreams for you, especially in the music community. I said all of that to say that communication is super duper important, especially when it comes to music. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of artists have been frustrated with producers and with engineers that may not have been able to give them what they want. I know engineers who are mad if they have to open up that session one more time to undo a change that was told to them to do sessions ago. So I understand the frustration. And my biggest thing is that if you are somebody who lacks in communication, then really take the time to learn how to communicate better. Take the time to write out your ideas and really what you want. A good example is to always give somebody an example of what they would use to accomplish your dream and your goal. I don't care what you're doing. You might be on Fiverr.com and trying to get somebody to design you a pretty website. Don't just say, hey, I want it to look professional. That doesn't mean anything. You have to be specific. So yeah, that's all I gotta say today. I just wanted to talk about that because that was a story and a situation that frustrated me, and it just lets me know that sometimes we don't know exactly what we want, and it's okay not to know exactly what you want, but it's your job to communicate and to let other people know what you want. So if you don't know exactly what you want, you say that then. So then everybody involved does not put their effort, their time, their energy out, or they don't exhaust themselves trying to manifest something that really isn't the thing that's supposed to be manifested. Yep, well, I know this kind of was a rant, but I definitely wanted to get this out and to say this to everyone to maybe help somebody out. I don't know what you're working on, but hopefully that this video can really help you find examples, over communicate, give people grace, and hopefully we all can make better music and we all can work together. All right, y'all, I got work to do. See y'all in the next video.